We talk all about the 5G race. What does winning the 5G race look like to you?
Where Huawei, ZTE, two Chinese companies backed by the Chinese government, aren't winning and dominating the market. Remember, China wants data dominance by 2025. In order to accomplish that, they understand the need for building out these networks. So the government of China has invested in R&D, that's all government investment in the next generation Huawei gear, as well as financing deals. So zero down, zero payment for 3 years, and we cover all the build out and the engineers. No Western company can compete. So we should be asking ourselves, why do they want to do that? And it's really to control data as it moves through those networks.
Should we be investing in our companies the way Beijing has been investing in their 5G networks?
Well, Attorney General Barr kind of had an interesting take on it, which was, nationalize a foreign company to U.S. interests. I'm not sure. They're a Western value company, Nokia and Ericsson. And so those are companies we want to compete. We want them to win contracts. I would do it a different way versus the government trying to assemble $20 billion to buy a company that's headquartered in Finland. Couldn't we help them on the R&D front, find some R&D grants that we could do to help them overcome this massive Chinese investment in R&D from their government? And secondly, how about financing deals, low interest loans, payback loans, zero interest loans through the Exim Bank that would allow them to compete against companies like Huawei and ZTE all around the world? To me, that's a better way. The government gets their money back, and they're also helping make sure that we have Western valued telecommunications companies out there operating on this
How
network.
concerned are you that the UK did not ban Huawei?
I think it's a terrible decision. I don't think this is done yet. Parliament's going to get a weigh in on this. One of the things that this allows is Huawei in its network, and there was some crazy notion, anything about 5G where they can protect the core, but all the edge computing. And remember, 5G is all about edge computing, right? That's how the fast, your ability to communicate quickly, machine to machine, person to person is going to happen out at the edge. I don't know anyone that believes that's even possible, number one. So what it means is it's going to change the way that the intelligence services of the United States share with our greatest partner, Great Britain. And we share more with them in real time than any other nation on the face of the earth, even our other Five Eye partners, 5 intelligence countries that we share information with. And that's going to change. And not only that, but you've given China the ability to turn off things when there's a disagreement. Why would you want any foreign adversary to have that capability, that leverage anywhere in your networks? And you can't keep them out. There's an old saying in the intelligence business, it's not where you get into a network, it's how you move once you're inside to a network. It's that lateral movement. Well, once you're in their network, anywhere in the country, they can move around to places you don't want the Chinese intelligence services.
What's your take on the FCC now auctioning off some of those airways? I would imagine the satellite providers don't love the price. I'm hearing about $10 billion or so. How do you determine fair value for those airwaves?
Yeah, first of all, this was a really sticky wicket, but the most important first step that we needed to do to be competitive, the United States to be competitive, and U.S. companies to be competitive in the next generation of innovation on 5G was opening up this C-band. It's the Goldilocks spectrum, meaning it has all the right properties to make 5G effective, and it's cheaper to deploy. So that was absolutely huge. You want to beat the Chinese? By the way, they're building out on C-band wherever they go, which makes them quicker, a little cheaper. And so we needed to open up this spectrum. I thought Chairman Pai negotiated a pretty sticky thicket. Yeah. Cost was a big part of this, but remember, these companies who have been licensed for 20 years to operate in this space now have to give up that space and then reorient their company, meaning buying more satellites and other things. So that cost was a big part, and getting through that was kind of a big part. So masterful by the chairman. There's still some work to do on how those percentages look out. You don't want to have a company go into bankruptcy from this.